Okay, the next step is to determine and specify the budgeting and pricing of your campaign. As you can see, you can determine the budget. You can choose between a daily and a lifetime budget for your first test and like campaign. I would definitely keep it to daily and limit it to like €5 or $5. Don't go too crazy at that point. You just want to test your first campaign and see how it works. Compare your first campaign to a number of other ads that we will set up later down the road, so that you have a little bit of data to work with and to compare. And if you see there is a winner, then you can just scale that bad boy, that campaign that performed the best. But we'll talk about split testing later. What's important at this point is have a very low budget. Don't go too crazy with like €50, €100. You can still increase your budget later down the road. But first you want to test with a small budget if your campaign is really that profitable. Then you can schedule it. You can run it continuously starting today, or set a start and an end date. Now, if you test your first campaign, I would probably limit it to like 24 hours, 48 hours to gather a little bit of data. If you're absolutely sure that you will not forget to monitor your campaign after 24 hours, 48 hours, then you can even keep it like with this option here, run my ads continuously starting today, but please make sure to come back in a day or 2 days to check how your campaign does. Otherwise, it will just run forever. And this might get pretty expensive, especially if you start out with a higher budget, okay? Then optimize for page likes or for a click. Definitely keep the page likes option over here. No reason to play around with it in the first campaign. And then the pricing. You can let Facebook bid automatically for you, meaning that you will also get charged for the impressions. You set no maximum bid. On the other hand, you could actually also set the amount of page like that is worth to you, okay? Obviously, you would never pay that much, but Facebook is just asking you to set up a top barrier that shouldn't get crossed under any circumstances. The best is really to keep this option here to get charged for impressions and just let Facebook do all the job. So in the first testing stage, that's the route to go, okay? Page likes and just keep this option here so you get billed per impressions. Ad scheduling, you can schedule your ad here. This only works if you set your ad for a lifetime budget, which we didn't do, but you can do that, of course. And the delivery type is standard, so it will show your ads throughout the day. It's also recommended and definitely makes sense. I really wouldn't go too crazy with this option over here and, just set some very specific time frames where your ad is delivered. Once you gather a lot of data and you started to scale a campaign, you can still come back to that option if you see, okay, I'm getting the cheapest likes between like 1 and 5 p.m. Then just invest all your budget into that time frame and forget about all the other times of the day. But this is nothing that I would specify in your first campaign, okay? Then we have the ad set name. You can specify that one as well, but it's also not really necessary. But as you can see, the bidding and pricing is pretty intuitive. There is not much that you have to do. Just make sure to keep an eye on your budget and that you don't keep on paying for your ad forever. And definitely keep this pricing here and the optimizing options that Facebook offers.